You called. Nice. How you, man? How you doing, man? What's your name? Oh, man, speak up. Good morning, brother. Good morning, man. Who's that?
Unfortunately, this guy.
He like, that's Macy. He did like his mother does. Hey, can I get to choose you?
Yeah, because it was two that actually the names came off of it. Like these parts came off of it. So if that's
No, because how y'all lose to Eastside? Y'all was up like 14-0, and then y'all lose to Eastside. Y'all suck.
Avery could run like a 51.
But he do it. But here's the thing.
That's in Boston.
Nah, these times are.
You think Coach Hamilton will take us to Boston?
Massachusetts, yeah. It's a. Now for outdoor season is gonna be in PA. But like, I'm trying to go this season. I ain't gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, bro. At Nike National Store, bro. It's worse than New Balance. You can't do that.
I heard this year is good.
So we have an official visit this coming Saturday in New Hampshire.
We don't need no music, and we don't need no cakes. Nope. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega man. Oh, break it down now. We don't need no music. We don't need no cake. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega man. Get funky with it. We don't need no music. And we don't need no cake. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega man. We're here at the third annual Young Men's Leadership Conference headed by the Men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Lambda Epsilon Chapter, in conjunction with Patterson Recreation. Just tell us what's going on here today.
This is our third annual Young Men's Leadership Conference. We're growing, we're getting bigger and bigger every year. What we want to do is make sure we uplift our young men in our community, all around our community. So, as things were given to us, we want to make sure we do our best to make sure we uplift our kids as they grow and as they learn.
And Mr. Looney, tell us about our guest speakers and breakout sessions today.
All of our guest speakers, they come very highly favored. Each one has a different story that they're able to bring back to the community and reach out to our young men. Like I said, we want to lift as we climb throughout the community in Patterson, as well as throughout the county. This is our third annual event. We want to make sure we continue to have this event each and every year and make it bigger each and every year.
All right. So real quick, can you just introduce yourself and your organization you're working with?
Tyrone Dasu Moon, pretty much independent contractor. I specialize in gang prevention and awareness.
My name is Todd Inman, Tim Man Foundation for Creative Arts. We deal with mental health and character development.
How you doing? I'm Darrell Sapp. I'm a school administrator here in New Jersey, but also have a company called Sappson Solutions, where I mentor, coach, and consult. I mentor young men with a fall program and spring program called Rising Kings, and also I coach educators who struggle working with our young men. But also I go out and consult with schools, administrators, and parents to help work with our young men who look just like me.
So our boss list we want to bring up here real quick. On behalf of the Men of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, we have our boss list, Vince Arrington. Would you like to say a few words?
I just want to thank our organizers, Brother Hamilton and Brother Looney, for putting this together, and we're doing this for Patterson.
Listen, Patterson, stand up. Make sure you come out and support our young men. Our young men are important, in particular our young men of color here in the city of Patterson and beyond, in the boundaries. We know that hope is here.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I need a little more energy than that. Come on, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. My name is Hamid Cisse. I'm a brother of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I pledged at Montclair State University, and I'm a part of the Lambda Epsilon chapter that services the city of Patterson and the surrounding areas. The Brothers of Lambda Epsilon has been serving the city of Patterson and surrounding area since 1951. This is our 3rd annual Young Men's Leadership Conference. So first I want to give an acknowledgement to that Omega Team's Chair Committee, Brother Eddie Hamilton and Brother Edmund Looney. Are you guys in the building? We also want to acknowledge all the brothers of Omega Psi Phi in that back right corner of the room. They worked diligently. They got here early this morning just to make sure you guys would have a nice breakfast and have a phenomenal program today. So give them a round of applause as well. Now the first person I'm going to bring up is the bossless of the Lambda Upsilon chapter. That's Brother Vincent Arrington.
Good morning, thank you everyone. You guys are in for a treat today. These brothers worked really hard to give you a program. I just want everyone to know, these gentlemen, they volunteer their time to do this. They all have jobs and careers and family. So we're doing this for you guys. And again, I want to thank the chair and all the chair folks, the committee, making this happen. So have fun and enjoy some, and meet a new friend today, everyone. That's the important thing. I want you to meet a new friend, all right? Thanks everyone, have a great time.
Thank you, Brother Boss. At this time, I'm going to introduce one of our brothers as well. He's very important to the community and to his fraternity as well. That is Assemblyman, Director of Patterson Rec, Brother Benjamin Wimberly.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Listen, I just want to commend the men of Lambda Upsilon chapter of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity for hosting their 3rd annual Men's Leadership Conference in conjunction with Patterson Recreation. Everybody who attends today, I'm going to get your information from him. I'm going to try to get you tickets to a Brooklyn Nets game so you can enjoy that for being here today. So make sure you list your name, you're registered, and we'll set up a trip with a bus for you guys to go see the Nets. So enjoy yourself today.
Isn't Brother Wimberly the coolest? Tickets to a Nets game, look at that. At this time, I'm going to bring up Julio Rojas. He is a representative from ESS, and he's their regional manager.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Come on, I want to hear the energy. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Julio Rojas. I'm the regional manager here for Patterson. I work with the school district. We help hire substitute teachers, substitute paras. Just thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it. This is a wonderful event. I've been here before. I want to just say, please, take the opportunity to ask questions. These gentlemen are here for you guys. It's important that you ask questions, thoughtful questions. You know, if they're here because they care, same thing like you guys are here because you care. You all hear the same things, you know, you guys are the future, but this is God honest truth. You guys are the future of this country for yourselves. My father always told me, don't do anything for me. Always do it for yourself. Because if you do it for yourself, then you're gonna make me proud. And I feel that that's the way for everyone, especially for our younger generation. So thank you once again for having us. I really appreciate it. God bless everyone. Have a great day and a great session as well.
Mr. Rojas, thank you very much for that. At this time, I'm going to bring up the moderator who's going to assist you in asking those questions and give you the opportunity to ask these panelists that I'm going to present shortly questions as well. That will be Brother Jeremy Keith.
Good morning, young men. Good morning. Love the energy, love it. Thank you so much for coming today. We truly greatly appreciate it to serve you guys today. Remember, these decisions are not for tomorrow, but for your future. So really take advantage of every situation. Make sure you listen. And these are, they're gonna give you a lot of advice today. You're gonna get some keys to life. And so I want you to really listen to the panel. We got some good questions and even a breakout room. Thank you.
At this time, I'm going to bring up our first panelist. His name is Daryl Sapp, and he's going to give a brief introduction about himself as he walks out.
Good morning, young men. Good morning. Y'all looking like, who's this big guy up here, right? Listen, I was a football player, but listen, NFL stands for not for long. But let me tell you this, guys. I'm Darrell Sapp, and I'm the founder of Sapson Solutions here in New Jersey. And I work with young boys that look just like you, and I try to empower them to be young men. So today, you guys are gonna have a breakout room with me, and we're gonna talk about the social media dangers. All right, for y'all, protecting those girls, you know how y'all be doing. So listen, I'm happy to be here with the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, right? So I appreciate you guys. I'm here, and if you guys have any questions, and I'll try my best to answer them.
All right, up next we have Tyrone Dasu Moon.
Peace and blessings, man. It's good to be here another year, third year in a row. I appreciate the good brothers for continuing to invite me out. It's good to see you young people on a Saturday, frosty Saturday morning, I might add. I'm Tyrone Dasu Moon, born and raised Patterson. You know what I mean? Came up in these streets, started hustling early, made a lot of bad choices, because life, that's what it comes down to. The choices we make determines our future. What you do right now will determine where you will be later on in life. So I started gang banging like around 20 years old, sex, money, and murder, Bloods to be exact. A couple of years after that, I became a gang leader. I'm from Park Ave in Carroll, Park Ave in Summer to be exact. You know what I'm saying? I was running that hood a long time, and by the grace of God, I'm still here to stand before you and share some of my story, man, hoping that you guys won't take the path that I took, because honestly, it just wastes so much of your life and your potential. I could have been so much further ahead in life had I had smartened up sooner. You understand? So that's the goal. Don't do what I did, because honestly, you ain't gonna be like me. Very few people, most people, don't make it out of the life. You're dead, or you're doing life in jail, or sometimes things even worse. So I'm here to share my story with you all. I hope you listen, I hope you learn, I hope you take advantage, listen to all the speakers. I wish some people came to talk to me when I was your age. Instead of playing with it, take it serious. You'll save yourself some pain. Not only is them streets not playing, them ain't the same streets we came up in. It's 10 times worse. They gobbling y'all up out there, man. Your survival chances are slim to none. So why even waste your time? You understand? Do the right thing, learn, get ahead, be a good person, be good to your family, make some money, some legitimate money. You understand? Be smart.
Thank you. Up next, we're going to bring up our brother, Todd Inman.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Todd Inman. So what I do in my day job is I create TV shows, right? But that's not the purpose for me being here. If you guys can see my shirt, and you guys will get a chance to see it better when we're in our session. But it's a picture of me in the hospital, and it says on top, 1% chance. So when I was in the hospital, I had a 1% chance of survival and recovery. So what that means, out of 100 chances, I only had 1 to survive and recover. Unfortunately for me, it was a situation where it was police brutality. And obviously the police are wrong for doing stuff like that, but if I sit back and look at my responsibility, what I see is this, is that my character was not in a situation in place where it should have been that lead me into that situation to confront and be in that place. So with that being said, today when you guys come to my session, you'll learn about character building and character development. It's so important to learn that as you guys grow up, versus learning it through the school of hard knocks. And anybody that knows about the school of hard knocks, you know that can lead to death, or it could lead to imprisonment, or maybe something else. So I look forward to you guys coming to my session.
Brother Hinman, thank you for that. Okay, at this time, we're going to get started. We're going to bring up the moderator. He's going to have some questions for our panel guest here today. And then later on in that session, you guys will be allowed to ask some questions.
Thank you. All right, first question, Dasu. How can we as young men help our friends who might be getting pulled towards gang activity?
That's a good question. I always tell young people, the way you move will determine where you're going. My point, if you're standing on the corner with your people, looking like you be on the corner and you get shot standing on the corner, guess what? You put yourself in that position, for better or worse. I tell people, if you look like you going to school, and sometimes things can happen, but look like you got somewhere to go. You understand? Like you're going to school, you're going to work, break away from the crowd. If they're trying to pull you in this direction and your gut feeling is usually your best feeling, go with that. Stay away from it. I understand that it's not easy, because if you grow up in a Crip hood, if you grow up in a Blood hood, sometimes you don't have a choice. See, that's the difference between me and some other people, is that I'm a realist. You understand? Where you live determines what you will be or what you will deal with. Or you could be in a Trinitario neighborhood or a Latin King neighborhood, and that gets a little tougher, but the thing remains the same. Stay focused on school, the right thing. Anybody that won't allow you to do the right thing definitely is not the person for you. You understand what I'm saying? You say, nah, man, I'm going to school, I want to do right, I got my book bag, you understand? But if you look like you got a bandana, you hanging on the corner, you selling drugs, you made yourself a target. So to stay away from them people, you have to be different from those people.
Brother, thank you. All right, Brother Todd. What trait of a good character today do you think is most important for your future success?
That's a great question, and you guys will see in my presentation, all of them are important, but the foundation that you should start with is having integrity. Having integrity. That's the most important of the foundational principles to build your life upon. You know, you gotta be somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that's honest, you know, somebody that, you know, you can believe in, and that every time you deal with them, they're gonna be the same because you can trust in their character.
Great answer. All right, Darrell, here we go. What's one social media habit you're planning to change after today's session?
The change that I want you guys is the word purpose. I want you guys to understand your purpose. As young men that's going to be older one day, know your purpose now in life. I didn't find my purpose till later on in life. Now I'm moving with my passion, because that was my purpose. So once you guys go on social media, if you know your purpose, it doesn't matter what the perception is, what you see and what you don't see, because all that is an illusion. So, but if you know your purpose, what's inside, what you're supposed to do on this earth, then it doesn't matter what you go on social media, what somebody's trolling doing this, because you know your purpose and you know your destiny. So that's why I want you guys to know a social media today, purpose. And that's the first thing we're gonna talk about is purpose.
Love it. I'm gonna actually come back to you with another question. How can we help our friends recognize when social media is negatively affecting their mental health?
Knowing this, I deal with social media every day, guys. I'm gonna get to the question. I'm a school administrator, and I work in the middle school, and you guys know that these phones, all we do is pull out these phones and make sure we record this and record that. You don't want to get caught up in something negative. And I tell like my students every single day, if you show me your friends, I can show you your future. Whether you're going in the right direction or you're going in the bad direction. So you guys remember these phones that you guys have on social media, what you do is it doesn't get erased. Whatever you send, it doesn't get erased off that internet. So just making sure that you guys do what's right on these phones, and make sure that you guys use this first, your brain first. Because back in the day, my days, we didn't have no social media. I had to go actually look up certain things as well. So, from there.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Brother Todd, I know you said that character is really strong, the number one thing that a man should have. Let me ask you a question. How can we support each other in building and developing strong character?
It's most important to hold each other accountable. And when I say accountable, it's making sure that that person is doing the right thing, right? So in a situation where you have friends in your life or what have you, and you decide, hey, look, we're going to be people of integrity, we're going to be people of high character and live by principles, then you hold each other accountable to that. So if that person should start to make poor decisions, you bring that up. You don't just allow that person to continue to spiral downward, but you call them out on it. And if you guys are true friends, then you'll be open to and humble enough to listen. So that's really the true friendship measurement, is if you say, hey, listen, you're doing something wrong, and you could be doing something different. And if that person's open to it, then that's a true friend. And that's somebody that wants you to succeed in life.
Thank you for that. All right, Dasu, this is a question for you. In today's society, what do you feel is most surprising that you've learned on why young men are joining gangs?
Something I learned when I was younger, and it turned out to be true, is they said gangs will never die, they will just multiply. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, what does that mean? But in my book, I mentioned that when I became a member, the gang is I described it as a virus, because in my book, I'll pull it out in a little while, but the point is, I watched the gangs start in Patterson. So, I'm 45 years old. So, I was selling drugs in the 90s. The gangs didn't really touch Patterson until about 1999. Before 1999, there were no Bloods or Crips in Patterson. You had Latin Kings, you had the 5%ers, who are unfortunately described as a gang, but they are not a gang. But the 5%ers are classified as a gang in New Jersey. You had the Latin Kings, you had the Nietas, you had different things. The point, you didn't have the dominant black super gangs, what we know to be the Bloods and the Crips. That didn't start till 99. I happened to see this with my own eyes when my block slowly started to be taken over by gangs. And when I was your age, this was happening at the time, and we thought it was funny at first. We like what these dudes doing with these red bandanas in their pocket? Like, what's this about? Like, we from Patterson, we don't do that that's West Coast stuff. Before I knew it, you see one person with a flag, bandana, 2 to 3 to 10. Then shortly after, I went to jail. And when I went to jail, dudes that I knew from the streets, that was just regular dudes from the projects, up the hill, down the hill, etc. Now they all gang banging. I'm like, damn, what's going on in here? You understand? Everybody I'm bumping into. So the point of the virus is now it's spreading like a plague. You understand? It's something that jumps from person to person, kind of like a germ would do. You understand? If you look at it from that aspect. So it spread like wildfire. Now, all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, in Patterson, if you're not gang banging, you're basically in the food chain. You understand what that means? Y'all know what that means, because I see y'all shaking your head, yes. You understand? That means you're on a plate, and it's unfortunate, because you don't want to be a part of this lifestyle, because honestly, most times your own gang will treat you worse than another gang. You understand? So it's all twisted and morbid. You understand? You got to find your way to navigate through it. And that's what I'm here to explain to you. But to get to your point, it spreads, man. People are so attracted to that lifestyle. Most of your rappers, pretty much every rapper I could think of, if they're not in a gang, they're backed up by a gang. And you know why that is? Because you can't go nowhere in the country with your jewelry and not get robbed if you ain't got some real street dudes backing you up. Y'all can relate to that, right? See what Dirk had to do for Von and OTF. And now you see the situation Dirk is in. And he got pressured into that. Because people like, yo, you're gonna get that retaliation back or not? You understand? So that's how you get trapped doing something you really don't wanna do. But the fact of the matter is that the gangs are prevalent. They're everywhere. This is not a, ooh, be scared, spooky kind of story. It's a reality. It's a reality. Everywhere you go, they're there. I'll leave you with this last story for now. This is why it's so important to never join, because once you're in, you know, you're pretty much screwed. And depending on who's running your particular gang, may not let you out. When I was running the gang, mothers would come to me and they'd be like, yo, Dasu, I want my son to, can my son get out? And I'll say, yeah, he can get out, goodbye. But that was my philosophy, because my philosophy was, if somebody didn't want to be in, I don't want that person with me, because that same person is going to turn around and cross me. So as soon as you let me know you don't want in, but see, that's me. But other gang leaders, they're like, no, you ain't going nowhere. Blood in, blood out. You took an oath to get in, you staying in for better or worse. Me, I'll say, take your son, go live a good life. You understand? But everybody's not the same. I'll leave you with this last little quick story. One time I was in Passaic County, and there was a dude out in the hallway with the COs, the correctional officers, and he was begging them. He like, yo, don't put me where any Bloods is at. I don't want to, and I think he was a Crip. He was like, don't put me where any Bloods is at. Just please don't. The officers looked at him and they said, they're everywhere. It don't matter where we put you. They're gonna be there. So that's the point. You understand? Don't get in, stay away, but the fact of the matter is, it's everywhere. It attracts people, unfortunately.
Love it, love it. Let's give it a round of applause, round of applause. Listen, I'll leave you with this. It's truly blessed again to be up here. Now I just want to give a quick testimony of my story. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. Came up here with me, my mom, and my brother when we were younger, about 9 years old. We became homeless. So living in a shelter, living in a car. Remember we was in a hotel, outside of a hotel parking lot, and police came and they let us stay into a courtroom, right? So, okay, so I'm battling, I had to overcome homelessness, right? So you can think as a young man, how you supposed to take that on. Okay, so all right. So then all of a sudden we bounced back by the grace of God, and then all of a sudden, my father was never in my life, and that really impacted me. I didn't know it at the time. Then I went to Newark, New Jersey, started to go to school in East Orange with my brother, but I started fighting all the time. I got kicked out of middle school, and then I was separated from my brother, and I was going to school in Newark. Now, this is where things really go turn. So I started hanging with the wrong people, get jumped in a gang, doing foolish things, robbing, fighting all the time like that, looking for something, looking for love that I didn't get from my father. And so what happened, I'm standing on a street corner one night, a car pulls up, the back window lets down, a gun pulls out right at me, but the gun jams. I could have got killed that night. I'm not supposed to be here. Every single time I talk about my story, I always shake, because that was a traumatic thing that happened in my life. So you're looking at someone that battled and overcame homelessness, that overcame running the streets, leaving individuals the wrong way. Let me tell you something, you young men, you guys are gonna be leaders, future leaders of the next generation. And with leadership, you get two things. You lead individuals the right way, or you lead them towards the wrong. What's your decision gonna be? I'm standing up here, I overcame homelessness and gang activity. All the people that I used to run with, they're either dead or they're in jail. But I'm here, I was spared by the grace of God. So I say this, I'm standing up here, I have my master's. I bought my home, my first one in my family 2.5 years ago. Let me tell you something, it's not where you started, it's not from where you start. It's all a part of the story, it's all a part of the testimony. So I just want to say, this is another opportunity for you to take these gems and do something with your life. I also have my LLC, where I'll talk to young men in the communities, because I'm called to that. Everything that you go through, God can use that. Remember, this is going to be an important event for all of you guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to break out. We're going to go to all of these workshops, these breakout rooms. Pay attention. If you have any questions, definitely ask, all right? Peace and love. How are we going to break
checking out all the workshops today. The next one we're going to go check out is Daryl Sapp, Dangers of Social Media. I think that is serious. He already gave us a glimpse about how social media can change your life.
Easy.
Text messaging can change your life. Video can change your life. We've seen it. You know? So tell us about the other videos. I know Tin Man Production is talking about mental health and different things.
In this particular workout session, again, dangers of social media, what to look out for, what not to post, what to post, you know, predators online, being careful with that. So again, for our young men with Darrell Sapp, he does this for a living as well, through his organization, Sapp Centric Solutions. Again, the dangers of social media starts at a young age, from middle school, even less than middle school, all the way through high school and even college, because obviously social media has changed the landscape.
And bullying, like people get bullied on social media.
Yep.
You find kids committing suicide over social media bullying. Yep. So just sit back. We're going to get a little bit of each of the workshops. Just want to commend you guys again, Brother Looney, Brother Hamilton for putting this together, the work, our boss leading this, Brother Arrington. But more importantly, just listen, pay attention, check out all the workshops, and we're going to check each one out. We'll be right back.
Why it's so important. Men, listen. Why I do this? Because I was just like some of those kids who look just like that. Everybody.
We have more coming in now. Right? Give them like that 2-3 minutes.
All right. Before that, anybody play sports here though? What sport y'all play? So it's basketball season right now, right? All right. Anybody play football though? All right. What position you play?
Second row, fellas.
Running back? All right.
Fill up the second row.
Oh, wait now, bro. Oh, wait now.
That's it?
Yo, let me get two of y'all on this side, bro. Yeah, two of y'all.
That's pretty much it right there?
That's everybody, sir.
That's everybody? All right, fellas. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's all put all electronics away so you guys can get, we only got 25 minutes. 25 minutes, we're gonna knock this out. But listen guys, I'm Darrell Sapp. I am a school administrator here in New Jersey, but I didn't always start, I had my own business called Sapp Centric Solutions, but I didn't always have my own business, all right? Why am I here with you guys? Because I was once a young man like you. I'm not even gonna couple guys. What's your purpose in life? Like, why you guys exist? What's your purpose all in life right now? What you think about? Because today we're gonna talk about the 3 P's in social media that I said, which is purpose, perception, and positivity. So does anybody have a purpose while you're in life right now? What's your purpose, young man? What's your name?
Jason.
Jason, what's your purpose?
To live. That's it.
To live?
To live.
To live healthy? To live, I mean.
That's why I'm on earth. I didn't get born just to be a statue, did I?
Listen, that's good, like to live. But to live healthy, to live a good life, or to live a rough life? Because life is a life. A life?
That's it. I like.
Okay.
Anything it is. Anything that comes down my path.
Okay. What about you, man? What's your purpose in life?
My name is Ali. My purpose in life is to play football.
To what?
Is to play football.
Play football? Listen, I hope you heard what I said on stage. I said NFL stands for what? Not for long. And it's all good to get there. I was right over that fence of being a football player.
Who you play for?
Who I played for? I had tried with the Cowboys, Eagles, and the San Diego Chargers. But what happened was, like many people, I didn't listen to my dad. My dad said, listen, go out there and make sure you don't have no babies. I was 17 when I had my first child. I might not look old, my son's 22 years old. When my son was actually being born, I was actually getting my freshman football physical. So I didn't see my first son being born. But you know what I said though? I said to him, I'm not going to not go to college because I'm gonna miss out for him as well. I grew up on the shore, you know, I had a good decent life as well from there. But some people drugs, some people things are addictions is drugs, alcohol. You know what Mr. Sapp's addiction was? Girls. I grew up that life. So I was the youngest out of 3 boys. I had 3 boys, it was girls. Like listen, I had addiction to girls where I was at. You know, girls didn't have the cooties to me. The girls got the cooties here? No. I was that young kid that always was dating girls. I mean, since like 3rd grade, I was dating girls. But what happened was I had a son at a young age. And what happened was, when I was up here, because I went to Montclair State University, I went to school with Miss Aloni, and like that as well. But I fell in love with education when I was substitute teaching. I was originally in school for criminal justice. I wanted to be a prosecutor and work for the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office. And what I wanted to do was, I wanted to go ahead and lock up criminals as well from here. But I said, nah, this ain't for me. So I went into education from here. And then what happened was, it was tough because I tell young boys, just wait. Just wait. When it comes to females, just wait. You know, you're gonna find the right girl when you get out of college. My mom used to say, you're gonna find the right girl when you get out of college. But I didn't listen. When I was winning football, because I was a good football player, I won the combine and bench press, and I did 225, 47 reps in the combine. But what happened was, when we was winning football games, I didn't get a chance to go celebrate. I was going home, to rushing down to Monmouth, the Parkway to go pay child support. I mean like 19 years old. I was only paying $30 a week, but I didn't have no job in college. My son, you guys said it, my son was in my college dorm sometimes. And then when I got all these NFL recruiters coming to check me out, coming to see me, like, oh, Mr. Sapp, so good. I mean, I was 340 running a 4.9. Bench pressing 47 reps, 47 times. You know, I was the strongest kid in the combine that year. But you know what? Women was my weakness. It was my weakness. And lucky we didn't have social media then. Because if we had social media then, I probably got a lot more trouble. I would have been recording this, recording that, doing this, sending this, like that as well. But that's why you young men right now, you guys got your future in front of you. I got the future, my age, the world is right here where I'm at. My parents, they're looking back at the world, trying to instill stuff in me. How many of you guys got little siblings here? Little brother, little sister. Let me ask you a question. Was you ever at home and you saw your little sibling doing something sneaky? Like you caught them in the act like, yo, I know you was in the refrigerator. I know you was in my shoes wearing them. Why? Because you was their age before. You was their age before. Am I right? Yeah. So guess what? Mrs. Sapp was your age before. I know what the road ahead is going to look like for you guys. I know what the road ahead looks like. I know what you're going to encounter, you know, from there. And so that's why it's wise counseling that you guys need. Have a mentor. Find men like that as well. I dedicate my whole life to what I do now. To go out and be passionate about working with young men who look just like me, who got the footsteps that I have, that you guys want to travel in. And what better way is to, you know, not travel in the dark, but travel with a light where somebody's telling you what you can see. So I'm here to throw away all your excuses. I don't care if you don't got your dad, your uncle in your life. You're gonna say somebody today in Patterson, New Jersey is telling you the road you need to go at. But it's not gonna be easy, because I know you guys got peer pressure. In my program the other day, I talked about peer pressure with the young boys. We talked about peer pressure and what happens. I know, I'm a school administrator. You don't think I know what goes on in these schools? You don't think I know when I walk in the bathroom, I'm suspending my for vaping? Look, you smiling. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all walk to the bathroom. Let me use the bathroom. Oh shoot, they over there vaping. I gotta get my security guards to go in there for vaping, like that as well. But other than that, though, boys, listen. When we talk about social media, it's important. You guys might not know it yet because you guys are a little younger. One day, you little man, you gonna have a girlfriend one day. You know that, right? You gonna have a wife one day, but you gotta wait till you get older. But these young boys right here, y'all know what girls do. When y'all out here trolling on social media, when you out here trolling on social media, your handsome faces like that as well. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right thing. Girls lie. Girls will get you caught up if you don't be wise with them. Worry about your books first, boys. Worry about your education. Be an athlete. Who said the athlete do sports here?
About your books, David.
What I tell kids is what you want to be is you want to be a student athlete. Because I was an athlete too, but guess what? I was a big guy, but I was always smart though too. And to be honest, I love football. My favorite team is the Giants. We suck. Well, no, we suck. Listen, you know, we suck. We suck. We 200,000? We 200,000 right now? I know. But listen, but you think about it though, even with football though, guys, even with football, take the analogy of football, guys. You every day you get a fresh 24 hours every day, like everybody else. You're no different than me. I get a fresh 24 hours like you get every single day. Yep. What you gotta be, young man, is what's called a 24-hour conqueror. Wake up and do what you gotta do for that 24 hours in life. You know what I mean? From there. So, but what I want you guys to really understand though, because we ain't had much time. I think my presentation didn't work. I'm going off the dome, everything I'm doing right now. Yeah. You know, because you know what I'm doing? I'm telling you life. My last 4 years, guys, though, you may see somebody smile and see what they got going on in life, but guess what? I literally, my last 4 years of my life was the roughest years of my life. I'm 41 years old, but I'll tell you right now, my 4 years of my life was the roughest 4 years in my life. Why was it rough? Because one thing I learned, I found myself. I went through a divorce, a bad divorce, of somebody that I thought I was gonna be with for the rest of my life. I had a nice, beautiful black Lexus car that got stolen. But besides getting stolen, look what happened. It got used in a murder that I didn't know nothing about. It got used in the murders. I mean, a nice car. Somebody went, I was going in the chicken shack, up in Elizabeth, jumped out real quick, came back in 5 minutes, guess what? My car was gone. And then 3 weeks later, you know what I found out? I found out that my car was parked somewhere, but it was used in a murder in the town that I didn't even know about because I had black tinted windows. I went through that. I went through depression. I went through anxiety. I lost a big, beautiful home, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. You know, all the stuff that I've been through. I got evicted out of my apartment.
Wait, why did you lose your home?
Why I lose my home? Because I was living in this big house by myself because I didn't do what was right as a man. I didn't do right by a man as with my family. And I was learning myself. But guess what I am now? That's not who I am now. I can't identify the guy who used to mess with a lot of women. I'm faithful to one woman now. I got a clothing brand coming out. You know the name of my clothing brand? Yeah. It's called God's Way. Because guess what, fellas? There's only one way to do it. If you believe in God, there's only one way to do it, and it's called God's Way.
Should I be your model?
You want to be my model? Listen, you got that? I'll be looking for some young boys, but listen, my clothing brand is called God's Way for a reason. Because I couldn't do it Mr. Sat way all the time. I was losing. So I had to do it God's way. Now that I do it God's way, listen, I don't have to worry about my back no more. Those females I used to talk about, all those females, I don't deal with them females no more. I can go on a date with my lady and not have to worry about if I go to the bathroom, she gonna look at my phone. Is she gonna do this? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? I wake up and pray every morning and do those certain things like that as well. I got mentors in my life. How I live my life right now is by seed and harvest. Seed and harvest is real. Anybody know anything about farming? What you know about farming, young man?
I farm, like, my uncle used to farm. He has his own, like, farming area. So I know that it grows crops and stuff. Like, it makes, like, food. It makes food. Like, he take care of animals. He used to kill animals to make food for himself for breakfast and stuff.
Okay, you're right. But when your uncle grows his crops, if he grow a crop in the fall, he's not expecting that crop to grow in December. He expects that crop to grow all the way in the springtime. And so that's what you guys got to do. But how does he make what does he got to do with those crops? He got to what? How does he make those crops grow? He got to do what with them?
You need sun, water, and like.
And what's it about? Good what?
Good compost.
Good soil, good compost. That's what you guys want. Figure out what you want in life right now. And you guys are going to plant this seed. Whatever you guys want in life. Whether you want to go to college, whether you want to get a trade, whether you want to go to the NFL, whether you want to go to the NBA, whether you want to have a family, whatever you want to do in life, you got to plant that seed like that farmer. But it's not going to happen overnight, fellas. Now, if you want to go to college, what do you need to do if you plant a seed you want to go to college? What do you need to do? What grade are you in? 10th grade, so you got 2 years. If you want to plant this seed right now, for this harvest to go to get into college, what do you need to do, young man?
Have good grades.
Have good grades, that's one thing. High school diploma, that's the end result. You got to have good grades. What else you got? Now, how do you have good grades?
By staying focused.
By staying focused. What else do you have to do? What else you have to do in the part of planting the seeds? What else you got to do to that seed? He said you got to have good grades.
You got to be determined to go to school every day.
You got to go to school class on time. I know some of you guys are, who's one of those flight hallway monitors that be always in the hallway? Who's that? Point the person that's always in the hallway. Yeah, I know. Chris, you one of those highway miles in the hallway?
I disagree.
But listen, you're absolutely right. You got to go to class on time. You got to get your grades done. You have to make sure that you're around the right crowd. And then at time, guys, that harvest will come when it's time to go to college. It's easy. You can manifest anything you like if you put your mind to it. But what's going to happen during the process? You're going to have people try to discourage you, like the young man said in there. You're going to have people try to pull you away like gangs. women, like Ms. Sapp did, women was my biggest distraction. It was, until I said, you know what? It was like a cancer to me. I have 3 children. To be honest, I have 3 children, 3 baby mothers, all my kids are 7 years apart. Yes. I had my first child, like I said, at what age? 17. I had my next child 7 years from there. I call them my educational babies. I had one after high school, one after my bachelor's, one after my master's. So if I get my doctor's, guess what? I'm gonna try to have another kid. But listen, this time I make sure it's with my wife, and I'm married, and I'm doing things God's way. Because listen, I did it the Rose way so many times and stuff did not work. Now I'm doing things God's way. As young men here, like I said, I'm throwing away your excuses. It don't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you go through in life. People's gonna try to pull you to go this way. But you gotta know, what I said earlier, your purpose. What's your purpose in life? That's why I asked you that in the question in the beginning. What's your purpose? Why are you here? What do you want to do? All right? So, yes, sir.
I got a question. So you shared your personal experiences with us. Your personal experiences, your family and everything. Since we're talking about social media, can you share the experience that almost cost you, or you know somebody that almost cost them regarding their social media decisions? So, for example, a great coach named Herm Edwards says, "Don't press send." Anybody know what that means? Do not press send. Tell me what that means. Talk up.
It's like when you type a something and you send a message so the other person can get it.
Same. Do not press send. So can you share an experience with your personal experiences, an experience from somebody you know, that the dangers of social media and pressing send?
Yes. Before you press send, do 2 things. Stop and think. Before you send, stop and think. Is this text I'm about to send out, or this message I'm about to send out, or this video I'm about to send out, is it going to be positive or negative? From there, I saw people in situations where, I think it was in Trenton school system, where, like I said, somebody was fighting at a basketball game, and the 2 kids were fighting, and somebody got stabbed. Instead of somebody saying, "Let me go help this boy," they said, "Let me record it as well." And you know what happened to that young man? He wound up dying because nobody didn't want to. But you know what happened to the people recording? They had to be, they had to go to court because they had the stuff on their phone to testify against a gang member. So every time you guys are so quick to pull out your phones and send this video, and time you get home, because this is what I do every day in school. When I see somebody fight, I try to make sure it doesn't spread like wildfire. Because I know what happens. We send fights on different phones like this as well, and it goes to this person, to this person, to that person, this person, that person, that person. But you know what happens to the person that's in the video? They was called like bullying. And you guys know what HIB laws is, right? Harassment, intimidation, and bullying in the school systems. That's very important. You guys got to be careful what you send on your phones, because you guys could get jammed up on something you can't get out of. And especially you guys, all you guys raised your hand when I said you was athletes. I was a coach as well too. And you know what the coaches, you guys about to graduate college, you know what the coaches do? They pull us to the side and say, you know what? They say, coach, can we travel with this person? Are they gonna be a liability? Are they gonna be like a John Morant? Can we trust this person? Because because everybody at the next level, they can play. So you have to remember what you do. Stop and think before you send that text message or things like that, or even receiving messages. I know sometimes as young men, we might see a message where some girl might send you something that's inappropriate of her. But once you send that message, boys, guess what it's considered? It's considered child pornography. Honestly.
Why then, young men send a message, they send a message on social media, and then they delete it. Do it disappear?
It does not disappear. It does not disappear.
I need y'all to hear that part.
It does not disappear. I don't care if you go to your delete messages in the cloud, it's still on the phone. I know this is a men's conference, but I have my lady in the back. She does marketing and branding for major companies like Essence Magazine, stuff like that as well. So she knows how digital things work. So it doesn't do it. All right, fellas, I know the peer pressure might be there. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. I know what happens. You got young kids, but I know what you guys some do. Some girl might say, send a picture of your private. And you might send it. But guess what? If she looking at it, you don't think she's showing her friends? You don't think she's showing this person? What if she get mad at you? What if she get mad at you? What if she get mad at you and she say, you know what? Let me share this. Let me share this to everybody, her chats. Even a text message, guys. When I'm talking about personal experience, is this. Literally. When it comes to text message, not even sending pictures. What you say in the text message matters too. What you say in the text message matters too. I'm going to come fight you. Where you at? Where the ops at? We're going to come fight and we're going to do this. That stuff could be considered assault. I'm serious. You know how I know that? It happened to me. It happened to me, but God blessed me where I wasn't able to do it. I was arguing with a girl, and then you know the only thing I said to her? I said to her, be quiet or I'm gonna get my girl to come beat you up. Guess what? She took that to court. I had to pay money for lawyers because all I just said to you was be quiet because I'm gonna get somebody to come beat you up. That she already fought before. So when you write certain things, guys, make sure it's positive. Stop and think. But you know what happened as young boys and black men in general? We sometimes run off our emotions. We run off our emotions. We run off because we get upset and get mad. How many guys get real mad? I see it all the time. Like, listen. Yeah, you guys can probably get mad from there, spaz out in the hallway, slam, like, but that's not how you do things. Stop and what? Stop and what? All right, before you sin. You guys got mentors in your life that's positive. Are you one of them? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So get around people. So 33, 33, 33. That's how I live my life as well too. 33% of the people around me is doing the same thing I'm doing. Then the other 33% of people like you that I try to instill certain things in. Like a trainer. A trainer won't be good if they're not working out and helping out people. Then the other 33% of the people in my life are the mentors that I look up to.
What's the last 1%?
The 1%? You. What's your name?
Andre.
Andre, what grade are you in, Andre?
3rd grade.
3rd grade? You know 3rd grade was the best grade that I ever taught before? You know why?
Why?
Because I love the energy in you. Right now, at your age, Andre, you are what's called like a sponge. Your brain takes in certain things that you didn't see yet. You didn't see certain things yet in your life. So, when you go to school, I want you to listen to your teachers. I want you to stay positive. I want you to have a goal. 1, 2, and 3. Just keep working at your goals from there. But stay positive. Can you do that?
Yes.
All right, what's your favorite football team?
The Jets.
The Jets? I rock with the Jets for you for now. All right? So.
Fellas, we got like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Any other questions you guys want to ask me? Any questions for me? Because what I was going to talk about today was purpose, perception, and positive ways. But I'll fix for the next one. But listen, I got a chance to speak to you guys real today. And speak to you guys genuine. Anybody got any questions for Mr. Sapp? No questions or bad question. Young man.
So like, how can high school students start like preparing for life after high school?
After you start preparing for life right now?
Yeah.
Work on your foundation of what you want and set your goals and have a purpose for why you're doing that. All right? Nowadays, after the COVID, a lot of people are branding themselves. And they're making marketing themselves just because who they are. If you got a story to tell and what you want, your purpose and your passion, look at that and see where you want to be in life. Don't work it's okay to work, but don't work a job that you know you're not happy in. Work something that you know that's your purpose and your passion. I love what I do. I'm usually like the first person in school in the morning at 6:30 in the morning because I love coming in and working with students because this is my purpose and this is also my passion from there. But as a high school student, work on your foundation, yeah, man. From there, look at your circle around you. I tell kids all the time, you show me your friends and I show you your future. If you're going to be around 3 millionaires, guess what you're going to probably be? The 4th millionaire. You be around 3 criminals, guess what? You probably be the 4th criminal from there. Because it's a saying that says, you know, birds of a feather flock together. So watch the company you keep, guys, as you're setting your foundation in life as young men. Just watch your foundation. Just watch the people you're around. And know your purpose and why you're here and what you want to do. Because, you know, she's in the room right now, but my girl, she had a good job. But she said, you know what, that's not my purpose. That's not my passion no more. She said, you know what, I'm going to go my purpose and get a whole nother job, whole nother career from there. Because listen, you only do what God has put in for you. Yes, young man.
Is that back your wife?
You know what? It's not my wife, but it's going to be my wife.
It's time to go, bro.
Time to go.
here, get ready to go check out Todd Inman and Character Building. Very, very important workshop for our young men to be involved with. I mean, I always tell my players, my employees, character is what you do when nobody's watching.
You can't put your faith and trust in that. But if you have faith and trust in it being great in yourself, it doesn't change, nor do the principles change. Believe in yourself. Why is it important to believe in yourself?
You can gain confidence and it can lift you up.
Okay. What else?
Makes it easier to learn.
Okay. Makes it easier to learn. Okay. So the more you learn, guys, you grow in confidence. Okay. So it's important, guys, to learn. Okay. So that, you know, when you some of you guys want to achieve different things in terms of your career, the more you learn, the more you gain confidence. Okay. Because if you don't learn, then you don't have confidence because you don't know the material. It's like when you go to school and you're ready for the test, right? You know what's on the test and you've studied for it, you're gonna have confidence, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're gonna live by principles that are proven. And if you trust, if you don't quit, you will win, right? So guys, if you just trust that if you don't quit, you will win. Just keep plugging away and you're gonna succeed. So what's the importance of associating with positive people?
Makes yourself positive.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So when you guys look at, when you consider your people you want to associate with, do their qualities translate to success? Right? So you look at their lives, right? So is it worth you making a relationship with them because you got to see, are there qualities that they have that are translating to success? If they're not, then you don't want to deal with them, correct?
Yeah.
Would they be a positive influence? What's the importance of somebody being a positive influence?
It also impacts you.
Okay.
You got someone that's like why that's not like leading you down the wrong path.
Okay.
It's someone that can give you advice and not like laugh at you.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Now, one thing you guys got to consider is doing the wrong things part of their lifestyle, right? So now, if their lifestyle is filled with doing the wrong things, and that's not somebody that you should associate with, is going to have a positive impact and influence on your life. Does that make sense? And don't quit. Why is it important not to quit?
Because you will eventually win.
You eventually win. Anybody else? Why is it important to finish what you start?
It can lead to the finish line. Like you started for a reason, and you have to keep that in mind. That you have to. There's a reason you started. You have to finish it.
Exactly. So you guys, when you start something, you need to visualize what the end will look like, right? So it's easy when you get started with something, if you don't know what achievement looks like, then you could easily face some adversity and quit. So you need to decide from the beginning, what does it look like, right? So, you know, does you achieving this great score in class or what have you, you guys are going to be excited, you're going to be happy, you're going to be able to take it back to your parents. Those are things that you would consider as an end result of you doing what you need to do. But now if you don't, then like I said, you'll confront some adversity and it's easier to quit, right? To just continue to do what you set out to do at all times. So if you have a study hour, right, when you get home from school, stay consistent with that. That means being disciplined, right? So you study every day. You know, say your parents have you to clean up the dishes every day. That's being disciplined by doing it. Be grateful. What does it mean to be grateful?
Appreciate what you have, because not everybody has what you have. There's people in the world struggling, and everything. You need to be grateful for anything you have.
Okay. All right. So always appreciate your blessings, right? Okay. So, and guys, you always want to focus on what went right. Don't be what they call a pessimist, right? Where you only focus on the negative, right? So when you guys confront something, always look at the positive. Don't just focus on the negative, okay? So as an example, what are some things, guys, that, okay, let's just say for an example that when you go to lunch today, somebody spills an orange juice, right? If you walked away from this session and that's all you paid attention to, and you said somebody spilled that orange juice, and that's being negative, right? But look at all the positive things that you could easily overlook. What about the fact that somebody had keys for us to get in here today? Is that something that you could easily overlook? Right? But it's something positive, correct? What about the fact that we have heat in this building, right? That's something positive. That's something you could easily forget. Somebody dropped you off here. You guys got t-shirts. You guys are gonna get lunch. Those are things that you pay attention to, and don't just focus on something that was negative. And then also, guys, when you guys face some discouragement in life, write a gratitude list, right? A gratitude list is write down the things that you are grateful for, and that'll change your mindset. And so then you will be conditioned to think again at the positive in what you do have versus what you don't have. So why is it important, guys, not to care what the wrong people think?
Like, people are always gonna have something to say. So if you always care about what they gotta say, you're never gonna have time for yourself.
Yes.
They can influence the way that you think.
Okay. So why is it important, guys, to think of the character of the people that are judging you? So if somebody's judging you and criticizing you, why is it important for you to step back and say, what is this person? What is this person's character? Why is that important? Okay, destroy your confidence.
Destroy your mental health.
Yep, destroy your mental health, right? So you don't want to sit there, guys, and allow somebody whose life is a mess themselves to convince you that you made a mistake and that something about you should be ridiculed, okay? So you guys got to always, judge the source. Like I was saying, you got to think of the person who's judging you, okay? And so you also, guys, ask yourself what you think. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person of good character, what do you think about it? Did you do the best that you could with what you set out to do? Okay? Did you make just a mistake that anybody would make? It's not, just something that, we all make mistakes, right? So if somebody is coming down on you, don't, again, worry about what they say, but ask yourself what you think. And also, can you learn anything from what they say, right? So say if you're a person that's always late to class, right? And somebody's teasing you or what have you, know it's wrong what they did, but can you learn something from that? What? What can you learn?
Not being late.
What's that?
Like, be on time.
Be on time, right? So yes, the message came in the wrong way, but you can learn something from it, correct? Work hard. So guys, what does it mean to meditate?
Like,
Okay. Huh?
Focus really hard.
Okay, that's a good one. Anybody else? Focus really hard. So you meditate, guys, on what you want to achieve. So process that, think about that. This is what you want to achieve. Have a focus on that. And guys, don't rely on your advantages. So when I say that, who knows who Steph Curry is? Everybody? Okay. So Steph Curry is a great shooter, right? Okay. So if he just, God bless you. So if he just focused on his success as a shooter, he wouldn't do other things like dribble, right? He wouldn't learn to dribble. He wouldn't learn how to get open, right? By running around and all that kind of stuff. So you see why he's successful. It's not just simply the fact that he can shoot. That would be an advantage because he knows how to shoot. That's a gift. But the other things he learned and he had to put work in, right? And then work smart, guys. So again, talk to these gentlemen instead of just trying to figure out life on your own and making mistakes and bubbling through stuff. Talk to these gentlemen, talk to some other people you find that have some wisdom. And be an interesting person. No one else has your story, okay? So guys, be interesting, right? Don't feel as if that your life is negative. People always love a person that has overcome something. People love a comeback story, and people respect that. And learn things that not everyone has learned, right? Has anybody here ever taken up an instrument? A musical instrument? Okay. What about sports? Yeah? Okay. So you guys have done sports, right? Not everybody plays sports, right? That makes you interesting, okay? So there's some other things that you may have done that help you be an interesting person. So learn things that you just don't, not everybody knows, but then you can apply it to your life and develop yourself. About time? Yeah. Okay. All right. So write your own story, guys. Don't give someone else the pen to your life. So don't allow somebody to, as an example, you get in somebody's car, they do something illegal, and you're gonna give them the pen to write your life. You don't want that. You want to write the story of your own life. All right, guys? Thank you.
Brother Hamilton, gang violence in the city of Patterson. You're an employee of the Patterson Public Schools. You work with young folks, females and males involved in gangs.
Yes, sir.
How important is this workshop?
This workshop is extremely important because a lot of our kids tend to get the wrong information when it comes to gang violence and other things that's negative about our community. What we want to do, we want to educate our youth, make sure we're pointing them in the right direction, and keep it real with them. Keep it real, like, you know what, some things exist, but we want to make sure they get all the information and make sure they make the right decisions.
And it's so important. Tyrone Moon, I was a student when I was a teacher at Eastside High School. And for him to come back and give the real story, the real issues that are involving gang violence that impacts everybody regardless of race, regardless of gender. You have young ladies involved in gangs here in the city of Patterson. So we're gonna check them out. And like I said, this is an amazing day, but get your young folks involved in programs like the Omega Teens.
Is gang prevention and awareness. And we're just gonna do our best to tell you why you shouldn't join a gang and all the negative things that can happen when you become a part of a gang and do bad things in the streets, so to speak. I'm Tyrone. I wrote this book back in 2010, How I Became a Blood Member in Patterson, New Jersey. It's just about my life coming up, the things I've seen. I happened to see the gangs when they started in Patterson, you know, so it was a very unique experience to know what it was before the gangs got here, and then to see what happened to the city after the gangs arrived. So I've just been sharing my story with young people for over the past 14 years now, and now I bring guest speakers to speak to my young people. So my good friend David, aka Dynamite from Passaic, New Jersey, is just gonna share some of his story with you. And feel free at any time to ask questions, anything. You know, this is a safe space. Anything you want to know that maybe you couldn't ask your teachers or ask your parents at home, it's important because unfortunately you're going to come across this kind of stuff in life, in the streets, and it's better to know what and what not to do when you come across it than to not know, because it just might save your life. So my brother, David.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? All right, my name is Dave, and I've been dealing with this gang life for a long time, right? It didn't start when I picked up the colors, right? I'm a blood. But before turning blood, this gang life, it was always there, whether you know it or not. Like, and I shared this in every group. Let's just say y'all from one block. And y'all from a different block. When y'all go to parties and shit, dudes like to scream out they hoods, rep they hoods. Y'all repping y'all hood. Y'all might not feel these dudes. That's the same thing as some gang banging stuff. It's just there's no blood and Crip or whatever other gang behind that. It's just a block thing, and that's how things started. So I've been doing it way before I turned blood. I went to jail at the age of 13 for the first time. Stealing cars. Me going to jail at 13, it didn't do nothing to me. It didn't scare me. It just like, all right, they let me out, all right, it is what it is. I was gonna keep doing what I was doing. At the age of 14, I got kicked out of school. I was already smoking weed. Any of y'all athletes? I was an athlete. I played football. I just so happened to go to practice extra high. And I was running some quarterback drills at practice, but I was high. So I didn't throw the ball. It was like a quarterback sneak every play. I'm just laughing. I was having fun with it. So the coach pulled me out. Next day I had to take a urine. Came back dirty. Kicked me out of school. Told me I had to go do 90 days in the program. I'm like, dang, all right, cool. Because I wanted to stay in school. But when I got to the program told me 18 months. I'm not doing this program, which led to me not being able to go back to school. So now at 14, now I'm 14, I'm not in school. The way I was getting my little money was robbing little Mexicans and Polacks and whoever had a couple dollars. I remember robbing somebody for $9. Then I find out I got a girl pregnant. So now I'm 15. I'm 15. I got a baby. I'm not in school. I ain't got no job. I decided to start selling drugs. I didn't have the older guys in my hood to tell me like, no, stop doing that. Go back to school. I ain't have that. I had the dudes like, here, take this pack, get money. And that's what I did. And that only thing that did was lead me to go to jail again. Now I'm on the block. I'm 15, moving like I was 18, 19 years old. I was too grown and I wasn't grown. What I thought it wasn't. By the time I turned 18, I was going on baby number 3. Now I'm selling drugs like it was a sport. By the time I turned 23, 24, now I'm dealing with this gang life. My purpose, right, and the whole thing is the reason why. You gotta ask yourself why. I know my reasons, but a lot of people's reasons for joining the gang wasn't valid. I read history on it before I even joined the gang. So what I thought it was is what intrigued me. The person giving me, the guy giving me this information on it, good dude. That man right there. 2001. He gave me the information. He the reason why I turned blood. And I don't say that in a bad way, because that's a good dude right there. But what we seen back then, it changed. What we knew it was supposed to be. It changed from there. Like I always felt like I could make a difference in it. But I didn't. Because I'm just one person. And everybody else coming after me. Some people seen things a different way. And the most people that I got into problems with or was hating on me was my homies. People that wanted my spot. They felt like they could have did a better job at my spot. These was people, to be honest, that they ain't have no love for me. They ain't have no love. They didn't care about me. But the decisions I made, I'm already in. So I gave my life to being a blood. Everything I did, if you wasn't blood, you wasn't right. And that's how I felt for a long time. One bad decision. Now your decision's gonna determine your destinations in the future. So anything you do now will affect you later on. I'm still paying for things to this day from 20, 30 years ago. Mind you, I love my kids, don't get it messed up. But I've been on child support since I was 15. I've been paying child support since I was 15. I got 7 kids. Yeah. Now, I love my kids. But I brought them kids into a world that I didn't even know I was sure I was gonna be in. Cause I was so busy with the streets. I'm having kids that still running the street. Oh, yeah, I hear, take this money to my baby mother. I thought I was being a good father. I was never around. Like, money could come from anywhere. Not everybody's fortunate to have both parents at home. And those that don't have both parents and your pops ain't around for whatever reason, you don't live with them or whatever, like, you'll know how it feels. You want your child, eventually if you become a father, you want your child to feel like that? Because you were so caught up running the streets that you still don't know how to let it go. Like, I couldn't let it go. Like, I fell in love with being a blood. I fell in love with being in the streets. The streets ain't love me. When I went to jail, I ain't get not one letter from not one blood. Not one gang member wrote me a letter. And I was facing 20 years because of the Bloods. You're gonna lose family, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose yourself. You might come across somebody that's a big homie that's just on some, yo, you go do this, you go do that. He don't care. He don't care at the end of the day. You think the ones that love you like your parents and them family members, nah, they're not gonna cross you. I mean, nobody's perfect, but you're not gonna get crossed the way the streets gonna cross you. Like there's nothing there. There's nothing good coming out of being a gang member. There's nothing good about wanting to be involved. You can be involved, but you got a couple homies that none of y'all gang members, and y'all still able to have a good time. Y'all still able to laugh, joke, go out, get females, do all that without having to be involved in no gang.
That's right.
There's nothing good out of that. A lot of people, they talking about you the man, right? You be on the phone with a female, but the whole time your big homie gonna call you on the other line like, yo, go do this. You don't need no gang. There's nothing out of that. Like it's, you could think about like everybody's neighborhood is different. You might grow up in the Crip neighborhood, you might grow up in the Blood neighborhood. Y'all go to school together though. That's your man's. Y'all go to school, y'all chop it up. But he in his neighborhood, and you get pressured. Now, you don't gotta do nothing. Cause you're gonna get pressured. You got people that do pressure you. Like, yo, join the gang. This is gonna come out of it. You gonna get this, you got that. God got you, they don't got you.
That's right.
They don't got you. But now y'all in two different hoods and you dealing with the Crips, you dealing with the Bloods, now y'all beefing. Because of the fact that it's this gang shit. Y'all forgot that y'all was just mans. Y'all was just your mans. Y'all was just eating lunch together. Cause he in a whole different hood now it's a whole different ball game. Like I said, you're gonna lose some friends. You're gonna lose some family. You get nothing good out of this. You lose yourself joining the gang. Everybody got a skill. Y'all all good at something. Stay in your lane. Don't swerve. You're gonna crash. And them stories, look where Dirk at. That banging shit don't get you nowhere. All that money he got, he lost that. It's done. What you gonna do behind the wall? When you go to jail, you go to jail, you lose everything. You're losing your freedom.
They laughing, but
it's real.
It's the truth, man. That is the reality that
it's real, man.
That people don't share with you. But that's what jail is. They make jail seem like it's something glamorous, but it's not. Like, that's what's happening. They checking for weapons, they're checking for drugs, but every single thing you do.
Because believe it or not, man, like
you got a question here.
We're at.
You guys met in the same game?
What was his question?
You mentioned the same. He said, did y'all meet? The same game?
Did we meet in the same
game? In the beginning, I was in a gang first back in 2001, Sex, Money, and Murder Bloods, and I actually turned him into a Blood. So I met him in a program called Straight and Narrow. I had just got out the county jail, 2001. It's a long time ago. And when I met him, he was having a disagreement with another gang called the Latin Kings. This is all a true story. So he was having a disagreement with 3 Latin Kings, or 4, and they were gonna fight. So he's about to fight 4 Latin Kings by himself. So me being a Blood at the time, and I'm seeing him getting ready to have this fight, and I respected his courage because he was not backing down to these dudes, you know what I mean? So I interjected, you know what I mean? I said, listen, one of y'all gonna fight him a one-on-one. You're gonna have a fair fight in the bathroom, or I'm gonna get involved. And me getting involved at the time, being that I was already a blood, meant we would have got into a gang war. So you see what I'm saying? He wasn't a blood yet, but I was. These were 3 Latin Kings. They're gang members. But if they fight with me, now it's Latin Kings versus the Bloods. It's not Latin Kings versus Dave. You know, so shortly after, Dave went in the bathroom, fought a fair fight with my man, beat him up, you know what I'm saying? And I was impressed by his courage at the time. So I started telling Dave, like, yo, Dave, you know, maybe you should join this. Now, I wasn't in the state of mind that I am now, you know what I mean, and learn, but at the time I was like, yo, maybe you should, you know, join this, and he did. And I turned him into a blood, and to answer your question, because it's a very good one, years later he became a part of a different blood gang, you understand? So Bloods, Crips, all the gangs have many different chapters, you understand? Like it's blood, but it's 9-3 gangster, sex, money, and murder, you know what I mean? Like different sets, you know what I mean? So he just later on joined a different set, you know? Any more questions? There you go.
So like, you know how there's like different sets? How do you feel when he joined a different set? Like
I felt nothing at all.
So cause it's like still blood, right? So say you come across another set of a blood, like is that like it's not like nothing crazy, right? It's just
no. And that is actually a very great question. I'm not just saying that because I'm going to tell you something. No, I did not feel no type of way because number one, Dave, aka Dynamite, has always been his own man. So if you know him, you know he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and you have to respect it. And we all have choices. It wasn't just Dave. Many Bloods have changed their sets, and it could be for various reasons. Like a lot of times it'd be the leadership. You know, these gangs go through different changes. You know what I'm saying? Like who's in charge at the time will be determining how that gang is functioning. So if that gang is functioning messed up, this leader is doing dumb stuff, trying to have you do dumb stuff, you're like, hold up, man. I'm not throwing my life away for this guy. I like being a blood, you know, blah, 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 but I'm gonna join a different gang, different set with different leadership, and you know what I mean? You can make different moves. So I want to clarify this point as well, though, because that was a very great question.
I want to speak on that too, definitely. Right, when I did what I did and switched, it had nothing to do with him. It was just, like he said, at the time where I was at, the leadership of that particular set was trash.
Mm-hmm.
He was MIA because he was on the run.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't get in tune with him.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I just felt like I had to be real right, meaning I couldn't be not knowing it, so I switched my set.
Mm-hmm.
But never disclaim him. That's always my big homie.
Mm-hmm.
He brought me into this. That's not nothing I'm bragging about being in the game, but he brought me into this life. And I always praise him. That's my man. That's always gonna be my big homie.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day. But right now, I'm not impressed with nothing I did.
Same here.
Like I wasted a lot of years of my life giving so much to this game.
Yeah.
That I forgot about me.
That's right.
I'm supposed to be somewhere else in life right now.
That's right.
Like I got multiple talents. There's a lot of things I can do. I know how to do. But I wasted my time. And the only ones that was there was family. The same ones I turned my back on when I decided to do what I did. That one decision like led the way for my life to just become what it was. And over 20 years later, it took that long, but I did it. I'm still here. Like we're blessed that we still here. A lot of people ain't make it out.
A lot of people ain't make it, man.
A lot of people ain't make it out.
They did not, man.
Because behind this, honestly, death in jail.
Yes.
But you got the few that's blessed to have made it out and be able to share stories with y'all. This is not what it is. I didn't expect to be living this long.
Any more questions? Anything? There you go.
So I see that you got like a lot of tattoos. So like, do you have your set tatted? 93?
93. I got it tatted a few times. I got 47 tattoos, and at least 40 of them is gang tattoos.
What you say?
46.
So,
47 tengo.
47, perdón.
I got on my whole back, my chest, my stomach, all my arms. Like it's another thing, right? Tattoos is cool, but I just went a little bit, did my face, even your hands, jobs and all that.
When people, when you're in public, people like tend to give you weird looks or like
Some
discriminate
people,
you.
believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, you get people that consider this artwork. Like I've gotten judged and pushed away by the people you wouldn't think could do it. All the Karens and all that. Yeah, like but it be your own peoples. I'm a hoodlum, I'm a thug, I'm this, I'm that. They see this, they don't see what's inside, they don't know me. They don't know what I'm capable of doing, the word that, they don't know that I possibly can save somebody's life.
That's right.
But do they care? No, it's because it's what they see. It's what they see. So you always gonna get judged.
You regret getting those tats?
Huh?
You regret getting the tats?
Some of them I regret getting them, but I will be honest, I don't regret my life because I wouldn't be who I am today. Somebody had to go through the experience to be able to share this with y'all.
That's a fact. You got a question here to the right.
Hablas español, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yo estoy, entiendo poquito. Me tuve un comunicado en el teléfono, por eso que estoy acá. ¿Y de qué se trata exactamente? Porque mi niño va a entrar para high school.
Ajá.
Entonces tuve una llamada, por eso vine aquí en la reunión. Entonces, más o menos me podría explicar, porque he pasado por dos, pero no entiendo muy bien. Es como un equipo, creo.
Es como un equipo, pero el equipo no es bueno.
Ajá.
Eso le gustan hacer las cosas malas.
Ya.
Y cuando usted está en la escuela, no tiene que atender a nadie. Ahí te puede, sigue haciendo lo que tú estás haciendo en la escuela, si vas a jugar baloncesto, lo que sea, whatever. Pero jangueando con las personas que están haciendo lo malo, eso no es bueno.
También él entiende más inglés
Okay.
que español.
Okay.
Y soy yo la que quiero saber más o menos de qué se trata para yo tal vez orientarlo en lo que pueda él, ¿no?
Con él lo que tú puedes hacer y le sigue hablándole. ¿Cómo fue el día? Para que él te puede decir si algo malo pasó, si le están hablando, si le están tratando a venir para hacerle una ganga.
Oh, eso es como pues se puede defender al niño si algo negativo le llaman para algo negativo.
Exactamente.
O es más comunicación con los muchachos.
Exacto. Pues yo no tenía ese, nadie me estaba escuchando, nadie me hablaba. Lo que me estaban hablando fue la calle.
Oh, mejor es decir amigo del hijo.
Ajá, eso.
Okay. Gracias, porque es un equipo muy bueno. Muchas gracias al equipo. Qué bueno que se preocupen por los adolescentes.
Sí, porque ya yo en los 20 y pico años, pero ya yo jodí mi vida. Yo no quiero que los jóvenes se lo hacen.
Les felicito, felicito. De verdad les felicito porque yo le agradezco que tengan una orientación.
Gracias.
Para estos muchachos porque son futuro de nosotros.
Yeah.
Yo ya voy a estar vieja.
Anybody else?
So I heard stories about like people getting like forced into gangs, like people
Good one.
like, oh yeah, if you don't join the gang, like you're gonna do something to you. I heard stories about that. So like, how would you deal with that? Like, say like you're a regular kid.
That comes from a coward, right? Why would I force you, right? He says something, forcing you into a gang with me, you liable to cross me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to deal with this. But as an individual, you don't got to do nothing. I'm all against the snitching thing, but if you feel like somebody threatening your life because they want you to do something, go tell. Go tell. You got to save your life. At the end of the day, do what's right. At the end of the day, like, y'all already know the cool with the snitching and all that. But if it get down to it, like, you don't nobody gonna force you to do no damn gang shit. Anybody that's forcing you into that ain't real right themselves.
That's right.
They don't belong where they at. They forcing you because they cowards.
That's right.
Don't nobody force nobody into joining no gang. Why would you force somebody? This is a coward speaking that's doing that. I'm all against that telling shit, but go tell somebody. Go tell somebody, because if somebody's threatening your life, if you don't do this, go tell somebody.
Especially if it's a bad thing like
Definitely.
that.
We talking about your life.
Save your life.
Anybody else?
Got good. There we go.
Fur got 7 kids.
Yeah. 7.
Are you still on child support to this day?
I just got off child support last week for the first time since I was 15. But I still owe Riz. Like, don't get it messed up. Like, kids, I love my kids. It's a great thing. But that's for life. That's for life. You liable to have bills for life. I mean, it's cool. I don't mind. And mind you, I'm on child support for my son, 19. 19 years. I only seen him 3 times in his life, though. He live in Texas. That comes with having kids. Put a condom on.
Good point. Good point.
Put a condom on.
What are you doing right now for work?
I work at an integrity house. It's a drug and alcohol treatment facility in Secaucus, and I'm working on becoming a counselor right now. I'm doing something different now. I gave up the streets. Now I'm giving back to the people, the same people that I was harming on the streets. Same people I was selling drugs to. Now I'm helping them get off the drugs.
God, that's good.
You know, it's even like something like me. It took a long time for me to, like, you know what? I gotta change my ways. I gotta do something different. And I like what I do. Like, I found my lane. Long years later in life, I found my lane, and this is something I'm gonna stick with. My goal is to open up my facility to help people. So that's what I want to do.
Great question. We was here talking amongst ourselves while y'all was eating lunch, and I was telling him about a very important figure in the Bloods from the West Coast who, unfortunately, he passed away, but his name was T. Rogers. He was the founder of the Black Peace Stone Bloods out in LA. So, you know, it's a lot of different blood groups. But the point, when you get to this point of giving back, this is what's respected. So what we're doing right now gives us more respect than anything we could be doing on a street corner. Do you see what I'm saying? Because real gang members that have lived this life and know what this life is and what it's done to our people in our community are proud of us. That we turned our lives around, and now we're trying to save you from the headache and the destruction and the waste of time that lifestyle gives. This man taught you that he spent 25 years of his 46 years in jail. That's half of his life wasted behind bars. You understand? We both could have been ahead as far as owning homes, owning businesses, owning property. He just recently got his license. I didn't get my license straight until I was 35. I'm 45 now. So do you understand? That's the waste of time that we're working to save you from. When you're getting caught up in the streets, they take your license, you owe all this money, and all you basically get is not be able to move ahead when you want to, as fast as you want to. So things that we should have did in our 20s, we're just now doing now. You understand? Thank you, brothers, thank you. That's what we're explaining to you. Don't waste your time. Listen to what we're telling you. Get right now, get your credit right now, finish school with good grades, go to college, get a great job, or get a trade or a career, because I drive trucks for a living and I'm doing well for myself, you understand? So I drive trucks, I have a CDL, it's a great career, you understand? You can make good money driving trucks. So just do stuff like that. But yes, to complete your question, we have so much respect. Like right now, Facebook and Instagram is going crazy. Because I put, there it is, you know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, you got Dynamite with you, and y'all breaking the cycle. That's literally what people are telling us. They're like, yo, y'all breaking the cycle of violence and recidivism. As much as we're teaching you, we're learning from you as well. So this is like, we're being blessed by just being able to be here and talk to you. Y'all are blessing us by sitting there and listening and allowing us to get this off our chest. It's therapeutic, you understand? You understand? We're helping each other. This is helping our mental health as men and future leaders, brother. This is what matters, and yes, this is respected in the streets. We are OGs. You know what I'm saying? And they respect this, all right?
We're here with our Omega team advisor, Brother Eddie Hamilton. Our last workshop, talk about it a little bit.
Last workshop deals with mental health. A lot of us as young men struggle with mental health, and we don't know how to express ourselves when it comes to mental health or know how to talk. We want to create a safe place where young men can go and talk, and we have a lot of resources here to provide for our young men to open up and a lot of times talk about their mental health and feel comfortable talking about mental health.
And so this is so important, issue that has not been addressed for decades, our lifetime, and particularly men of color getting the proper counseling, to go see a therapist and things of that nature.
Yep.
So look, sit back. We have 3 great workshops, unbelievable opening session here today. Once again, I just want to commend you for our 3rd annual Young Men's Leadership Conference at International High School and Patterson Public Schools. Listen, sit back and watch, but more importantly, be part of this process next time. If you would like to get your young man involved in the Omega Teams, which runs year-round, give us some information.
If you want to get our young men involved in Omega Teams, Omega Teams 1951 at gmail.com, or you can go through Recreation and register through myrec.com, and we'll have all your information and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
So they're doing some amazing things, going to NFL football games, basketball games, high school stuff, community service. We've got a great community service project where the Omega Teams will be involved. December 18th at Eastside High School, our 32nd annual community dinner for the holidays. So look, Patterson, there's plenty to do, but let's get our young men involved.
No, we talked about that. It's cold. If you cold, you cold. I'm just saying. Find a seat. Go, fellas. Make sure we got questions too. Make sure we got questions. Because you came late.
Today, we're going to talk about a real important topic, something that we all have. Every human on earth has this. It's called mental health, right? Let's start off. Oh, sorry. It's my brother. Introduce yourself.
How you doing, Mr. Jones? Also a member of Choose You and Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I specialize in mental health. We're here to educate y'all.
Yeah. All right, so before we start, I want to say this. We all here, the common goal, and just sharpening ourselves amongst other sharp objects. We are all sharp objects, all right? And I want y'all to know it's a free space. All right, no judgment zone. We're gonna have an open conversation about some important things. All right, so let me ask y'all a question. If I said, what is mental health, and I asked you to define it, how would you do so? I see a hand. I know you might not have been raised this, but now you on you. What does mental health mean to you? How would you define it?
Mental health to me is like how you feeling.
Okay, he said how you feeling. So everybody, when we answer, let's see how I'm projecting. Y'all can hear me. Let's try to. All right. So anybody else? What is define mental health for me, young man?
Being mentally okay. Mentally healthy. Maybe like. Maybe being in a right state of mind.
There we go.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
Great answer. All right, so he said maybe being in the right state of mind. Okay, let's get one more. Somebody else define mental health for me, right here.
Mental health is like the way you keep yourself up. Like.
I like that. I like that. The way you keep yourself up, right? Okay, so
If I had to give you a brief definition or a description of mental health, I would say it's like when you go to the doctor, right, and they give you a checkup, they're checking on your physical health.
There we go.
Your physical well-being, your state of well-being, how what that meter looks like for you. If I don't know if now you guys too young to drive. Y'all play video games. If you play Mortal Kombat, if you play UFC, Undisputed, that little health bar up there, when you start beating on your opponent and his health keep going down, or maybe when you win in the fight and your health is still high, that little gauge, that meter is our mental health, our capacity. Where are we at? All right, where's that meter? Is it high? You got a lot of health in there, or you got a low health in there? All right, and when it's on that side, we might be struggling, dealing with a lot. When it's on the higher side, we confident, we feel good, all right? So with that being said, we're gonna talk about how mental health affects our life activities, our day-to-day, okay? What does communication mean to y'all? What are some ways we communicate? Wait, hold on. Let's go right here real quick.
You communicate through phone.
A little louder. They can't hear you in the back.
You communicate by using your phone
All right.
and in person.
Yeah. Using your phone and in person, he said. All right, I see your hand was up, but you spoke for us right here in the back.
Texting.
Text message. All right, so same thing, using your phone, texting. Sign language. Oh, that's a different one. Body language. Yo, perfect. All great answers. What about the back? Right there. With the headphones, how ways we communicate? What are some ways we communicate? We said texting. We said body language, which is a great answer. We said sign language, a form of communication. I got you next time. Give me one way we can communicate. Yeah. Yes, I'll take it. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna right here. You had his hand right. Raise
A letter.
Oh, a letter. Be a letter. All right, right here. Music. Beautiful. It's a little louder. Expressive, perfect. That's it. All great answers. So why? This brings my next question. Why do we communicate?
So people understand what we're feeling.
Woo! Talk to me so people understand what we're feeling. All right.
Very important.
What else? Why would we communicate?
We communicate so, like he said, so we can tell people how we feeling. And plus, you communicate so when you in this type of situation, you can ask a peer or ask like a friend for in need, so you can help them. And if you communicate, it's gonna make you mature and it's gonna make you a better man when you grow up.
Okay. So becoming a better person. All right. That's a great reason to communicate. Understanding?
Speak up. To have an understanding.
Understanding. If you're confused, you need answers to something, right? All right. Last one, real quick. Why would we communicate? Why would you choose to want to communicate?
To express how you feel, to tell others if you're upset, if you're sad.
There you go.
Another way to communicate body language.
Yeah, right?
So that could, then they could tell someone that, obviously,
Yo.
to talk or something like that.
Right.
So all this comes together and plays a factor into our mental health. And we're gonna tie it in like this, right? So, any of you may have been stressed out before. Right? Everybody's in here been stressed out.
I got two hands for that one.
So, how do we deal with this stress? When we feel stressed, we feel overwhelmed. How do we deal with it? Music. There's different ways. Well, listen to music. Play football. Coping skills. Play the game. Work out. So there's many different ways to deal with this, but the reason why we're bringing this communication thing into this presentation is that you guys need to learn how to express your feelings. All right. As he was saying before, when we're born, especially being young men, we're taught to hold our feelings in. we're taught to be tough. We're taught to be dogs, right? They want you to be tough. Don't cry. Don't show your emotions. When in reality, we should be doing the opposite. It's not good to hold in stress. It's not good to keep a lot on your plate. You need to have people that you can talk to, that you can confide in, whether it be a mentor, it be a family member, a therapist, whoever. You need to find somebody that you can confide in and be able to express yourself and get your emotions out. All right? Because
I got a question, team.
Yep.
So, everybody hear my voice? Everybody hear my voice?
Yes.
All right, so we are raised in certain households to, like you said, to be tough and not cry and not argue and stuff like that, but the people around us that we try to express ourselves to don't give us that environment to express ourselves. How do we choose ourselves in those environments, and how do we reach out if our home is not giving us that setting?
All right, so that's a great question. Yeah, it's a very good question. So as he said, so maybe you're in a household where your feelings are rejected, right?
Listen up,
You guys, everyone's in school here, right?
Very important.
Do you guys play sports? Who play sports in here? Perfect. Most of you guys play sports. You guys have coaches that you can talk to. You guys have teachers. You have counselors at the school that you can talk to. There's always an adult figure around that should be able to help you. And no, not to go to the extent, but if you feel like there's literally no one, I'm quite sure you can go on YouTube. On Google, and you can find a counselor that you can speak to. Worst case scenario, but I would say reach out to an adult that's in your immediate space first, and ask them for guidance and help, and then it can take you to that next level if need be. If your family isn't doing it, all right?
How would they be able to reach out to Choose You University if that was the case?
That was going to be my response. Use what's in your reach, right? So it could be a friend if you need to vent. If you need something further than maybe just getting your stuff off your chest, then you know if it's not a counselor in the school or a teacher that you could confide in, or an older adult, a family member or something like that. There are outlets like Choose University, which is our organization. This is what we do. We do telecommunication things. We have things to kind of help and assist what we have going on. If you guys have Instagram, social media, before y'all leave, this is our Instagram page at Choose Uni, UNI, short for university. Right, so yes, that was an excellent question, because not only does society tell us, hey, as black men, as minority men in this country, they say, hey, y'all gotta be tough. You gotta, you can't cry, you can't show your emotions. You gotta get through the problems yourself. But you know what? It's a lot of people dealing with a lot of similar things. You'll be surprised how similar somebody might could feel to how you feel, right?
So also when we was talking about communication, right? We was talking about verbal and nonverbal, right? So I want you guys to recognize this for when you're dealing with yourself as well as if you're dealing with a friend. For example, we talk about nonverbal communication, right? So if you got a friend that you hang out with all the time, right? And all of a sudden he's sad every day, he's not talking to you no more, he's probably going through something, right? You as a friend should be able to reach out to him and talk to him and ask him how's his day going. And you gotta be receptive to what he's saying. Whether you agree with what the person is saying or not, you should listen to him if you're a true friend, all right? So this is why communication is important in the mental health space.
Yeah, and just to that point, and to your question, sometimes, I started with society because that's the outside factor, but sometimes that happens in our own households, and nobody teaches us communication. And sometimes, even though they don't teach us, when we're trying to, to whoever's in your household, hey, look, this is what's going on. And sometimes, when I was coming up, they used to tell me to stay in the child's place. They used to say, stay in the child's place, X, Y, and Z, but when you get told that, it's like, well, what does that do for you? How does that make you want to communicate? Does that make you want to express what's going on? Make you not want to talk. Make you not want to talk. Right? So, what I'm trying to say is, don't let that make you not want to talk. If you experience some things like that, continue to try. There's other people you can talk to, right? And the people that are giving you those words, give them grace, because nobody taught us how to communicate. All right? So moving forward, we're going to talk about self-preservation. That's actually a great segue, because if you have somebody telling you, stay in the child's place, or hey, or maybe it's your friend, hey, yo, look, I want to talk to you, this is what's going on, and they don't give you the best advice, or maybe somebody is leading you down the wrong path, or maybe you hanging around with the wrong people. Self-preservation. What does that mean to y'all?
Self-preservation.
Right?
What comes to mind?
I think that means to be in your personal space.
Okay.
Personal space got something to do with it.
I like that.
Be in your personal
space. Self-preservation.
Self-preservation, I think it means just to be considerate.
Say it again?
Be considerate.
Being considerate.
Okay.
All right, being considerate. Who else? What self-preservation mean to you? Self-preservation.
Break down the word for them.
All right. Preservation, to preserve, to maintain, to protect, in a sense.
Protect your
How can we use self-preservation if we talk about mental health? Right here.
I was kind of thinking like in a type of way, like if you get into a type of situation that kind of depends on your mental health, like where you're at, like where you're thinking, what you're gonna do, like that could be self-preservation, like stopping yourself thinking before
Right.
to figure out is this a good choice to go on with this decision.
Great answer, right? Is this a good decision? Should I be hanging with this person? Should I go to that party? Should I watch this TV show when I know I got homework? Should I be messing with this girl and she stressed me out? Oh, well, however you want to slice it, self-preservation is making the right decisions for yourself, protecting your energy. Energy in your peace, because there's energy stealers and killers and peace killers, right?
You basically said it all, but to sum it up for you, it's protecting yourself from harm's way. And everybody think about, when I say protecting yourself from harm's way, what do you think about? Now, but we talk, see, everybody immediately think about the physical aspect of it. What about protecting yourself emotionally, mentally, socially? You understand what I'm saying? So now, ask the question again.
Self-preservation.
We need examples though. This is what we need from y'all. Give me an example.
Self-preservation, maybe protecting yourself mentally.
From what? From what?
From bullies, maybe.
That's a great one right here. He said protecting yourself mentally and physically from bullies. So how you protect yourself physically? Anybody? How you protect yourself physically from bullying?
Defend yourself.
If it comes to that, walk away. Now, how do we protect ourselves mentally?
Maybe to protect yourself mentally.
Speak up, speak up.
I think that means to like protect yourself from emotional feelings.
But how do we do that?
Like, for like say if someone's talking to you, the bully's like messing with you, whatever, just ignore them, not listen to them, walk away, speak to them about it, just maybe actually say something, don't be disrespectful about it.
Go ahead, back here in the back. Talk to the teacher, talk to someone. That's great, because listen, anytime you have a mental problem, like if something's on your mind, it's always best to talk to someone. Most of the time when we're dealing with things as men, young men, and most men can tell you, we try to handle it what? Ourselves. We don't involve other people in trying to ask for help. Some people are scared to ask for help. Prime example, if this is my friend and he know I'm acting a little strange, he knows something's wrong with me, what do you think he should do?
Talk about it.
He can ask. Now, we're going back here. He went over communication. Communication don't always have to be verbal. If I know my brother right here, and I know something's wrong with him, just how he's acting, that's non-verbal. So I'm gonna ask him what's going on, what's wrong. And by me opening up that door right there, gives him an outlet to explain to me what is he going through. And by that little conversation, by me asking him what's wrong, he get a chance to vent. And that vent, while he's venting, can cause him to, restart, like I'm good now. I got it off my chest. I'm not holding it in. Because if you hold all the stuff in, somebody say something to you, we're gonna be like, well, what'd you say? Are you ready to what? Fight. It don't always have to get there.
So you can just vent to a random person?
If that's what you choose, you do what you feel is comfortable to make you okay. So when you guys have stuff on your mind and you talk to people about it, most times you feel a little bit better afterwards, right? So it's important for you to get things out of your head and put it out into the universe. You'll actually be able to process it and deal with it better as well.
So with that being said, if we talked about communication and self-preservation, I'm about to talk about it real quick. It affects all life activities because if you're not well, if you're not healthy, if you're not feeling good right here, how do you perform? If you're an athlete, y'all all raise your hands, right? If y'all stressed out, or if you're going through something, how do you perform in that next game? Most likely not, right? I can see why you would say good because it's motivational. You got that fire in you, but is it easier to perform when you got a lot going on? No, right? So that's how that could affect our life activities. So it's important to choose yourself. Why? Because when you're being intentional in communicating and preserving your energy, right? You are going to feel better mentally right here, right? Therefore, you're going to not only perform, day-to-day things a little bit better, but you're going to be intentionally trying to help yourself, right? Sharpening your blades, being the best version of yourself that you could be. All right, so we have to wrap it up. I appreciate the wait. Any questions? Any questions? All right, any questions? All right, cool. Listen, what I want y'all to do, y'all have Instagram? All right, I'm going to give y'all a resource, an outlet for y'all to choose yourself, to better yourself, to maybe talk to somebody if y'all don't have any other ones. At Choose You and I. Okay, that is not the profit that we are a part of. That's what we do. We specialize in mental health. Yep. All right. Our website, we have telecommunications. We have a hotline that you can find if you suicide prevention. All right. All of these things are important. Okay. So Choose You and I. That's us. Y'all have been great, man. Appreciate y'all. Look. Thank you. I appreciate y'all participation. Y'all a good group. Are y'all all in the same volleyball? Football, baseball. That's fire. Yo, are y'all all on the same teams? No. Y'all all on different teams, but y'all all go to school together? No. But y'all all in a room together, right? So y'all all should network and communicate amongst each other. Get each other information, right? Remember I said we are sharp objects? This is who you can look at. If you need an outlet, communicate, a friend, somebody, y'all peers, all right? Use yourself.
Last year?
I was 16 last year.
Yeah, not this year, but 17.
No, I was 16 this year. Something, man. You need breakfast? You need breakfast? You will guess you. Try it. We have tuna, we have turkey. I don't know if you remember me. I went to school with Junior when he was younger. At Urban Limit? Yeah. No. Where was it? Fresh and Corbin. He right there behind you? Junior. Huh? Where was it that we met at? The YMCA. Okay, over here. Okay, we go.
Oh, yo, man, hand sanitizer.
No, that's good. Y'all good. It's not that type of environment.
That's this?
I don't know what that is. Oh, please.
Is that yellow or gold? What's it?
Anybody else? Turkey.
I got play for Wildcats now, right?
Oh, get his autograph, man. He's the greatest receiver ever. I'm not a receiver. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, man. No, we can run it back to then. I'm honestly, every last one of y'all can get it. Yes. Nah, eat your food. We gonna get it after. Wait, what do we?
Staring out the window, should have stopped on the side.
That's the place to go. Give it up one more time. Give it up. Family friendly, guys. We're family friendly. Just real quick, what you just saw was what he did. We call it a hop. He was hopping. That's something that we do as part of our fraternity, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It was a little bit different than the other organizations, but that goes back to, in terms of the origins of hopping, more towards like African, praise, African dance, those type of origins. So, just as a little history lesson for you there.
Let me have everybody's attention for 1 second before we close and dismiss. I need 3 volunteers. 3. Now, you don't even know what you volunteered for. Now, I need 3 volunteers to come up here and do trip out. That's 1. I got 1 right there. Let's go. I got 1 right here. I need 1 more. I got 3 right now. Matter of fact, y'all got 4. Come on. All right, going once. I'm about to close it. Going twice. All right, this is what we're going for. Now, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna choose the best performer. Everybody got that? We're gonna go by like Apollo. Everybody watch Apollo? Old people in the back know what that means. Who up? Let's go. Who going first? Who going first? Let's go. Let's go. Somebody. Go ahead. You first. Let's go.
When I run up on me, if you do then I'ma trip out. When I run up on me, if you do then I'ma trip out. When I run up, 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 run up on me. When I run up, run up on me, when I run up, run up on me, when I run up on me, if you do then I'ma trip out, I'ma trip out, I'ma trip out, I'ma trip when I run up.
Next. Okay. Y'all three, y'all go sit down. Y'all go sit down. Come on over here. Let's do it again. We have a winner! Hold on. I got something for you. Now, the winner just received a $50 gift certificate. So only y'all being shy back there, stay being shy. That's legal. All right, where my athletes at? How many teams we have in here today? I'm asking you, how many do we have? I know we got Kennedy. That's the only team in here? We got Eastside. Who else we got? We got Tech. I need one representative from each school.
I'll go Tech.
Any Burner school there? Come on up.
I got PCCR.
Nobody want to come up?
I got Tech. Maintain it.
Anybody else? Trying to get some money in your pocket. Trying to put some money in your pocket.
That's the back.
already. You was up here already. Come on now, come on. Come up here. Come on. Let's go, let's go. All right, so this is gonna be very simple. We did it last year. We're gonna see who can do the most push-ups. No, you gotta sit down, you gotta sit down. Sit down. You missed the boat. You go first, let's go. Count them out, everybody count them out. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. That's 30 right there. That might be kind of hard to beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Lock out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on, we're gonna give him 30 because he ain't locked out all the way. Come on, so he had 30. That's enough, that's enough. Let's go. Now hold on, let me demonstrate. Chris, hold up, this is how your push-up's supposed to be. Now pay attention. Watch him. 1. All right, here we go. Stretch. Stretch it out. Count them out, count them out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Clap it up, man. Clap it up, clap it up. Who next? Who next? All right, let's do it. Go ahead, on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24. I bet he will. I bet he will. Get up! Get up! Get up! Let's go! Are you ready? Come on now. 1, 2, lock out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on. 11, dig. 12, 13, 14. You have more than 10. You stay. You stay. Everybody else off my stage. Let's do it.
Hold on. We know the rules, right? Lock out.
Lock out. I'm not counting if it's not quality push-ups.
Exactly. Let's go.
We should do the down 1. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. Set go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You gotta lock out. You gotta lock out. Get up. Keep going. You gotta lock out. Lock out. Yeah. There you go. Tighten your core. Tighten your abs up. Get up. That's it. Tighten your core up. Tighten your core up. Breathe. 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 Yeah, there you go. Breathe. It's a mental game. This is. You still going? Get up. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up!
Oh no, he wasn't rocking them all out. I think we need a crowd. I think we need a crowd judgment. Okay.
I tell y'all what, I'm in a good mood, so I'm gonna give them both one. Turn it up.
For the most part, that concludes our program. We hope that you guys learned a lot in this third annual youth conference. Again, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep doing this, man. I hope you guys take the nuggets and gems that you learned, apply it. If you guys need to talk to us, we're here available after the program is done. Get numbers, anything like that, so we can maintain contact. With that being said, I'd like to have the committee members come on up. All the committee members from the Make It Teens Committee, come on up. Come on up. Jermaine, Mags, Ahmed, come on up. E-Hill. Come on up. We have members of the committee, but obviously everybody, all the brothers here, all participated. But we just wanted to highlight the committee that helped put this all together. Again, as part of our Make It Teens program, we meet every second and fourth Thursday of the month. Yeah, where you at? Again, this is the committee, guys. Give them a hand. Give them a hand, guys. Each one had a hand, whether it's food, entertainment, just backdoors preparation. Again, a lot goes into putting on a program, a free program for you guys. This is our way of giving back to the community. With that being said, again, thank you guys for coming out, and we hope to see you guys obviously next year for our 4th annual Young Men's Leadership Conference. And to our Make It Teens, we'll see you soon. Have a good one.
Hey, as you guys are moving out, we have ties for you guys at the door at the table. All right? Make sure you grab a tie, a purple tie as you're leaving out. All right?
We don't need no music. And we don't need no cakes. Nope. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega man. I'll break it down now. We don't need no music. We don't need no cake. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega man. Get funky with it. We don't need no music. And we don't need no cake. And we don't need no title trade to be an Omega.